Hey everyone, and welcome back to Mindful Chats. I'm Lucy, and today's episode is about something powerful yet difficult for many people: setting boundaries.
Hi, Lucy. Thanks for having me. Boundaries are one of the most underrated tools we have for protecting our mental health. And yet, so many of us struggle to set them, especially with people we care about.
I used to think setting boundaries meant I was being selfish or pushing people away, but I've learned it's actually the opposite. So let's dive into how healthy boundaries can help us protect our energy and our peace. Kevin, let's start from the basics. What are boundaries really?
Boundaries are the lines we draw to protect our time, energy, emotions, and values. They tell others how we want to be treated, and they teach us how to respect ourselves.
So they're like emotional fences?
Exactly. Without them, we say yes when we want to say no, we get overwhelmed, and we end up resentful. Boundaries aren't walls, they're bridges that support healthy relationships.
That makes so much sense. Why do people struggle to set them?
Usually fear. Fear of conflict, rejection, or being seen as difficult. But people who truly value you will respect your boundaries, not punish you for having them.
Are there different types of boundaries?
Absolutely. Here are 5 key types. Emotional boundaries, saying no to emotional dumping or manipulation. Time boundaries, protecting your schedule, not saying yes to every request. Physical boundaries, respecting personal space or touch preferences. Mental boundaries, having the right to your own thoughts, beliefs, opinions. Digital boundaries, limiting phone access, notifications, or social media use.
Wow, that's more than most people think about. I used to only focus on time, but emotional and digital boundaries are big for me now. Kevin, how do we know it's time to set a boundary?
Listen to your body. Do you feel anxious, drained, annoyed, or guilty in certain situations? Those are signs your boundaries are being crossed.
So discomfort is a signal?
Exactly. The moment you feel resentment, you've likely stayed too long in a space where your needs were ignored. Boundaries are how we communicate those needs before they become explosions.
Okay, let's say someone realizes they need to set a boundary. How do they actually do it?
Here's a simple 3-step formula. Be clear and kind. Example: I need some quiet time after work, so I won't be available for calls after 6 p.m. Don't over-explain. You're allowed to say no without a 10-minute justification. Hold the line. People might push back. That doesn't mean you did something wrong.
I love that. So many of us feel guilty and end up breaking our own boundaries to avoid discomfort.
Yep, guilt is a sign of growth, not wrongdoing. You're unlearning people-pleasing. That's powerful.
Let's talk energy. How do boundaries protect our energy?
Think of your energy like a phone battery. Every yes is a drain, and not every request deserves a full charge from you. Saying no is how we stay charged for the things and people who matter most.
So we're not being mean, we're being wise with our resources.
Exactly. It's not about pushing people away. It's about choosing what aligns with your values, peace, and capacity.
Kevin, this was such a powerful episode. Any final words for our listeners?
Sure. If you've never set boundaries before, start small. Practice saying, "Let me get back to you," instead of saying yes immediately. And remind yourself, you're not responsible for others' comfort at the cost of your peace.
That's such a good reminder. Thank you, Kevin. And to our audience, take care of your energy. It's sacred.
Thanks again, Lucy. This conversation really matters.
See you next time on Mindful Chats.